Hey, everybody. How are you? I'm Heather. I'm Director of Education here at Luminess. And guys, we are here each and every day for you. So you learn more and more about Luminess and what we have to offer. You're able to ask questions in real time and get your answers. Doesn't have to be, your questions don't have to be about what we're talking about right now. It can be about anything and everything. And then if you do want to see certain things done, comment. So I know what to talk about. So if you wanted to see some product, wanted to see what this does, what that does, whatever the case may be, that's what we do. Easy enough, right? All right, so we are going to get started today. And I was trying to think what new products I could do. I did the CC concealer yesterday. And as you can see, I still have some redness. I did have a little friend pop up here, but I used my acne pen on him to get rid of him. And so let's use X out just so you get to experience that too. I used eraser the other day, so let's go with X out. So X out is what I call pre-coverage. So there's certain things you can do before you airbrush the foundation on, and it helps with coverage. You do not need to cover it 100% because you're still going to get coverage when you go to foundation or blush or whatever the case may be. So, yeah. You are going to be using 10 times less makeup. Hey, Barbara Ann, how are you? Christina, how are you? And then I want to do, yeah, this is the natural. I'm going to do natural blush. No, I'm not. Just kidding. I'll do soft rose because I do want to do the, our exposure highlighters. I just love those. So I'm going to do that. The natural blush already has some shimmer to it. So I didn't want to do too much shimmer. Remember with shimmer, you just want to be careful where you put it, how much you put on, because you don't want to look like a disco ball. I'm good. I am good. I'm trying to find, I don't know if I want to, yeah, let's use this one. All right. So to get started, I'm going to start with X out. Now, X out is one of our airbrush essentials. It does come with, or come in 3 different shades. So you have light, medium, and dark. Hey, Gloria. So with X out, I'm only going to concentrate X out on those areas that I need it. So I don't have to put it everywhere. I'm only going to put it in those areas I need it. You don't? Maybe you need to, I don't know. That's weird. You should be getting notifications. All right, so I have my X out. I'm going to hit these. Can y'all see how red that is? And it's because of my allergies. Today, when I was driving into work, I was like, no, I'm not crying. Hey, Amanda. My eyes were watering so bad. So I'm like, oh. So lightly pulling back on my trigger. When you first get your system, what I want you to do is just practice with water. Don't worry about anything right away. Just practice with water. And that helps you get those, like, get the movement down, the trigger down, the distance down, and you can just have fun and not worry about anything else. So practicing with water is very helpful, and then you can start adding the foundation. Once you get this movement down, like the movement, staying 4 finger widths away and barely pull back on the trigger, once you get all that down, then everything else is a cakewalk. You'll be able to do everything. And so you want to get this down where you don't even have to think about it. But our initial reaction when we first start is to move closer because we're used to touching our face. So that's where our hand is like, boop, 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 boop. And you have to stay out here. Make sure you can see it in your peripheral vision. And then keep moving, just like if you were buffing it on. So if you think of the air, because there's air as soon as you turn it on, If you think of the air as your brush bristles, then sometimes that's a little bit easier. And then again, pulling back so lightly on the trigger, you do not want to see anything go on or feel that it's wet, okay? Hey, Dawn. Hey, other Dawn. Oh, Dawn, yours are doing, yeah. Oh, it's so bad. Hey, Roxanne. Hey, Danica. Good to see you, my friend. We miss you. So I'm going to get this redness. And under my eyes. Hey, Susan. How are you? Hey, Patricia. And I'm just putting X out in those problem areas. Again, not having to hit the whole face, but just kind of hitting those problem areas and blending it out. All right. Now, there might be a little bit left in here, but I'm going to go ahead and add my drops to my blush. If you know anything about our blush, I love it, Danica. If you know wait, is this the wrong one? No, this is soft rose. Okay. If you know anything about our blush, you know that it blooms and you know that it comes out. Okay, wait, real quick, because I'm going to, this is happening right now. Like a fan. Yes. Treat it. That's a good way of putting it, Vicki, is treat it like a fan. Speaking of, I'm going to turn on my fan. So Joy, with X out, I only do about 2 or 3 drops, depending on how much redness I have. And then with foundation, it's about 5 to 8, depending on what you're doing with your foundation. And I know that seems weird, but it's like I'm actually going to use the foundation last. So my foundation is just going to blend. All right. So I haven't used the blush in a while. And so right now it's not coming out. So I want to show you what can you do if you have ultra sensitive. If you're ultra sensitive to the air, makes you tear up. So Geneva, number one, it will get easier. So you might be really sensitive at first. But it will get easier. It's just something new. However, if not, you can close your eyes when you're doing it. Of course, we want you to leave your eyes open because we want you to see. So if you do have to close your eyes, just do a section and then look, do a section and look. Or you can do it this way, like that. Just put your hand over. When you get, like when I do underneath my eyes, I angle the airbrush down a little bit and then I look up, and that way it blows this way and not this way. So the other thing, because I was watching somebody who had airbrush for the first time, they were holding it like this, like angled up. Make sure when you're doing your foundation to keep your stylus level. And then if you do go under the eyes, angle down. All right. Try those. It will get easier. It just depends. Patricia asked, do you use X out with the silk foundation? It just depends, Patricia. If you have more that you need to cover, then use it. But if you can get all your coverage with the silk, then no, don't use it. Okay, so there's makeup stuck in the tip of this one. So I'm just taking my tissue, going back and forth, and I just popped off this guy here. Okay, so at this time I would like soak him and get that product out. But since I don't have water, I'm going to figure out what I can do real quick to get this. And it's probably something you shouldn't do. So I'm going to unblock it. But if you soak him in warm water, it will get that product out. Oh yeah, Danica, that's really good too. She said avoid, if you're sensitive with the air, avoid the eyes, and you can use traditional concealer. Joy, you still can use the same amount, girl. You don't necessarily, just because with the wrinkles, you actually want to hit it and quit it, because you don't want to put a lot of product in there. And so, or on the wrinkles, you just want to, I'm putting a little bit of airbrush cleaner in here too. But soaking the tip is actually the easiest thing to do when you're cleaning this out. But anyway, hello, Robin. Hello from Kentucky. All right, trying to get this unclogged. La la la. This is my unclogging music. All right. And then let's see if this worked. When you put the cap back on, you want to hear that click. I hope y'all heard the click. No, I'm going to have to soak them. So I'm taking the cap off and then dangerously pouring the blush into my stylist. Oh, I'm out of blush. Whoop. Did the BB drop off? Yeah, there we go. I'm out of blush. That would be a factor. But let's see if I got enough out. All right. So this is the Soft Rose Blush. Aiming it. No, I didn't get enough. All right. So let's switch to, this is Plum. Oh, you use I'm actually, if y'all knew what I'm using the back part of a needle. Don't do that. Okay, whoops. Oh, that was like way too many. But so I'm using Plum, which is a deeper blush. Woo, that is deep. And I'm going do. I kind of smirk. Yeah, and guys, don't forget to use, is it okay to use the primer serum before? Yes, you can use the primer serum. I'm guessing you're talking about the PM serum maybe, or you can use the SPF 30, you can use the airbrush primer. All of that is okay to use ahead of time. Robin, you're a MacGyver too, baby. All right, so I'm adding the Plum. I'm gonna go a little bit overboard just because I want y'all to see. Yes, Dawn, thank you for saying that. Yeah, you can use whatever you want beforehand, but yes, make sure it is oil free. Hey, Jen. All right. So I did go a little bit overboard on my blush, and I'm going to let it kind of come out, bloom, so you can see how bright it's about to get. And I'm going to put on the exposure highlighter. Now, I still haven't done my foundation, and so what I'm doing is all of this first, and then when I get to my foundation, I can use the foundation just to blend, just to get everything smoothed out and perfected. So I'm taking the bronze highlighter, and because I have X out, because I have my blush, I'm still going to just tap this in. Hey, Nicole. So I'm just tapping this bad boy in. Bum, 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 bum. And then now on this side. And I usually work one side at a time. Is my normal. Good morning, Tracy. But that's the whole thing, like trying to problem solve and just think about, the more you use the system, the more you're going to learn, and the more you're going to love your system, because of the fact you will get used to what it can do, what happens if you do this, and what happens if you do this, and you'll understand it a lot more. I'm to the point, and I think I told you this one time or the other day, I was testing out another product, and we're blowing it through the system, and I'm like, the pigment's too heavy. And they're like, what are you talking about? We haven't even sprayed it. And I'm like, the pigment, I can tell, like I can hear it. The pigment's too heavy. And that's like, you'll be able to hear it, feel it. If I'm walking by somebody that's airbrushing, I can tell you if they're pulling back too hard on the trigger just by the sound alone. And so you'll understand more of what it can do the more you use it, which is pretty darn cool. All right, so now shake up. I'm going back. Shine bright like a diamond. Exactly, Danica. All right, so now I'm going in, and I'm going to use, well, actually, I'm going to make sure that all that blush is out, because that is a bright blush. And now I'm not rinsing it out. I'm putting my airbrush foundation in, but I'm going to spray a little on my tissue to make sure that what's coming out is my foundation and not the blush. All right, so now I can go in and start airbrushing the foundation. I'm keeping it 4 finger widths away. I keep moving, and I'm barely pulling back on my trigger. You haven't tried airbrush yet, Jennifer? Girl, you're going to love it. If you look at the ladies who are putting the emojis down there for you, those are our Luminess beauty advisors. And so you can reach out to one of them. They are not supposed to reach out, not allowed to reach out to you. You have to reach out to them, because I don't want you to be bombarded with a bazillion people. They're not going to bring, Robin, that was your favorite. Try plum. They're not bringing back eggplant, unfortunately. But I'm like, what could you mix together to kind of make an eggplant one? So, Patricia, I actually did a whole thing on a hooded eye. Are you a beauty advisor? Because there is something in the back office on that as well. But I did do one on a hooded eye. So go back to those videos. And I think I even said it in there. So go back, actually, Patricia, go to Facebook and look under videos, look at Luminess Cosmetics, go under videos, and then look for the one, it should say hooded eye on there. And I did the hooded eye, or I explained that. All right, so I'm just finishing up. Now, guys, do y'all see how it blended my blush and that exposure highlighter together? It's not sticking out too much. If I need to blend it a little bit more, I can always go back just over that part. You don't necessarily have to put the same amount of makeup everywhere. And Patricia, just so you know, I will talk about that a little bit more as well, because of the fact that that comes up a lot. There's a hair somewhere. I can feel it. There we go. That comes up a lot, so I like talking about. The Epic, the one with the video, Letitia, is not coming back, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately. That one's not coming back. But we do have my videos, and then we do have the icon, which is our newest one that is so tiny. All right. I'm going to put a little bit on my lid as well. And there we go. See, I didn't even need as much as I had in my stylus. There we go. So, foundation, highlighter, blush, done. Bam, done. So, at the 3 o'clock, guys, we're going to do eyes, lashes, and probably a little bit of contouring. Because mama can't go without my contouring. So we will do that. And then who knows what else? All right, so now you're welcome, Letitia. Hopefully I'll make you laugh. And the videos are so serious. All right, so lighting. Lighting Malouche. Thank you, Candace. And I'm struggling with this one because it's almost out. And it won't go up anymore. And so I do line right above my lip line just because I want fuller lips. And then I'm going to put on Sexy Orchid. And this is one of our liquid lipsticks. Look at this color. I love it. There and there. Come on in. You come in. Yeah. All right. So there we go. Isn't that a pretty color? I love it. Love it. All right, guys, there you go. So again, 3 o'clock, we will finish the look. The lip liner, Candace, was Soft Rose. And then this is Sexy Orchid, which I love. It's Nicole's favorite. Yay. Yeah, I like this color a lot. And I like that it's matte. It's really pretty. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me for the 11 o'clock. I'll see you back here at 3 to do eyes and lashes. And we'll do whatever else we need to do. All right. See you soon, guys. Bye for now.